Menu narration option is set to off.
It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the football team and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we finish off week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a former Florida Gator at quarterback Kyle Trask. First down, Trask. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Setting the throw, here's Trask. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 17 carries, 89 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go!
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Eagles defense gets a pick 16. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They win with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ballgame.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
What I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback up running. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. We're going back to the air with Trask. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trask now. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
Tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing, Trask. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So then they got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now a play fake. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The throw over the middle taken in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
On first down, Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Trask. Thomas has got it. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Washington on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Trask. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with a run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Watch Mike. Green Jets.
Second down and goal. Lance to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point, I think that's what the work defensively. They've not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch time. Tight end right. Everyone go forward, down. Shit.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they'll go for it. Lance rolling to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Handoff for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
You got him.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. And they'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Washington going to send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On play action, Lance. He's going to look deep down the field. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in. first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On 2nd and goal, Lance eluding the pressure. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 27, Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looking here for Schmidt downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just fell short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
Sanders diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get home.
Good on the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. first possession of the second half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive line. He's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Tate. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Off of play action, here's Lance. Out to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Lance now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Good job, Ben. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
52's the mark.
Working from the gun, Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. The lead is up to 19 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell me they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. He'll cost himself some yardage there.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll throw again. Here's Trask. He finds his man complete. That's Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Trask. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Trask. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. That 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Don't pull this way.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trask on 1st down. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. Touchdown!
I got my Parker roll
Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run it. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Come on now,
Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback. It's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Black shot. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
One final try now for Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
The most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on with